All right, so in problem number 28, we have a problem where we don't have any factoring to do, so that's nice. But we do have multiple angles. And so because we have this number multiplied by x, we will have 5 times as many answers as we normally would have. So here, I'll go ahead and start solving. So this would be divide by 7 and isolate that cosine of 5x. Now again, this is not a problem that we know, so we're just going to use our calculator, and we're going to go 4 divided by 7 equals, and then inverse cosine. And so that gives me my reference angle is going to be inverse cosine of 4/7, which is 0.963 if I round it off to 3 decimal places. All right. So now I want my cosine to be positive. So all students take calculus. The cosine is positive in the first and fourth quadrant. So this will be 0.963 and 0.963. All right. And so my first answer will be 5x is equal to 0.963 plus 2k pi. And whenever I have multiple answers, I have to write plus 2k pi. Because remember, they're coterminal. Remember, we learned that before the first test, that if you go around 2 pi, you get back at the same line, at the same angle that you started with. All right, so now I'm going to divide everything by 5. So I get x is equal to 0.963 divided by 5 is equal to 0.19, and we'll round that off to 3, plus 2k pi over 5. And if you want to write this as, you can write that as a decimal 2. So 2 times pi divided by 5 equals 1.257 if I round it off. So this is what that's equal to. All right. So, and it would be times k. So if k equals 0, I'd get 0.193 plus 0. So that's 0.193. If k equals 1, and I'll get 5 answers from this triangle. And so that would be 0.193 plus 1.257 times 1. And so that would be 0.193 plus 1.257 equals 1.45. If I let k equals 2, I would get x is equal to 0.193 plus 1.257 times 2. Now, if you're doing it this way, notice I've already added this once, so now I just need to add it again. So 1.257 plus 1.45 equals, 1.257. 2.707. All right, and now I just add it again and add it again until I have 5 answers. So I'd let k equal 3 and k equal 4. And so this would be, notice that if I do it this way, I still get the same answer, 0.193 times 1.257 times 2. I did times instead of plus. 193 plus 0.193 plus 1.257 times 2 equals 2.707. Now, they're only asking for the three smallest numbers, and so we don't need to keep going, but you could. If they ask for more, you could keep going. Now let's look at this triangle. So this triangle is going to be, here's 2 pi, and I'm going backwards 0.963. So this would be 2 pi minus 0.963. So 2 times pi minus 0.963 equals 5.32. All right? And then I'd have the plus 2k pi. And then divide everything by 5. So I'll take this number and divide it by 5, and I get 1.064 plus, and notice this is the same 2k pi that I had before, 1.257k. Or you can type in times 2 times pi divided by 5 over and over and over again, however you want to do it. Okay? And so then I'm going to let k equal 1. All right? And so if k equals 0. So that would be x is equal to 1.064. And then if k equal 1, I would get x is equal to 1.064 plus 1.257 times 1. And so plus 1.257 would be equal to 2.321. All right, and so then I would just keep on going and let k equal 2, k equal 3, and so forth and so on. All right, and again, you'll get up to k equals 4 because this gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers. So this one would give you 10 answers. They only want the 3 smallest ones. So that would be this, and then this would be the second smallest, and then this one would be the third smallest. So those would be the 3 answers that you would type in for the answer key. But you can see if they wanted all 10 answers, you could give it to them. So that finishes up the practice test.